What's up, everybody? Back again at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale with Destiny and my son James today hanging out with us. And you can see he has the locks of lusciousness. He is my inspiration for growing the hair. So if you hate it, we'll blame him. Anyways, we are gonna work today here at C2. Destiny is working on her dot skills a little bit. James working as well, hasn't done a ton of handgun shooting recently. And so one of the ways that we really work on our dot is by doing some target transitions. Let's do them.
Today's video is brought to us by Barrel Block. Barrel Block is an excellent dry fire training aid that we've used for years and recommend. It provides an easy-to-see indicator that your firearm is empty and safe for dry practice. It comes in all service calibers and can be installed and removed in seconds without disassembling your gun. It's an inexpensive, easy way to give more margin for safety, so go pick one up today.
Yay for dot skills. You're all of a sudden a master of dot acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
See, look at you.
Yeah,
You did it. Look at
tried.
you allowed it. I'm so proud of you. Should have watched that one on the channel. And so another way that we can do that is that when we shoot the gun, right? So sometimes when we're working our draws to first hit, we can cheat ourselves, right? So the gun comes out bang, and then what does the gun do? It's like bang, whoo, you know what I mean? Who knows where it went? The gun could go to Narnia after the first shot, and we don't care. Well, of course, in a defensive context, we want to follow that up. Okay, we want to go, nope, I want to really kind of get this. So one of the ways we work on that is draw to 2 shots. Okay, so we get a second shot because it makes me reacquire my dot. So we're going to work on now 2 shots, and then we're going to make that a little bit more by making a shot and then a shot on a different target, because it makes me track my dot just a little bit better. Okay? Because what my goal here is, I'm telling you what the real key here is how I see. Because remember, we say this all the time on the channel, grip is the master, sight set the pace. What I can see is what I can shoot, and trigger is the servant, okay? Trigger just tells the gun, go ahead, right? Like, I'm ready, I've got you where you wanna go ahead. So when we say I grip the gun in the way that I do, front to back, side to side, pinky power, so that I'm in control of the gun. My grip says, I've checked in with my grip, I'm in control of this gun, and it will do what I need it to do. Then with my eyes, keep seeing.
Yes.
Right? Keep seeing, and then I check in with my trigger, keep pressing, right? So then when the gun goes off, now what's it gonna do? Man, I think it depends. So if you look, like, okay, so how big are your hands, right? So Destiny has hands, I'm gonna do this, right? Like, so see that? Like, okay, so she's got that much less finger than I do, right? All right, why? Because I have these big size XL, mitts. I have XL palms and size large fingers, which means gloves never fit me correctly. Like, they don't. If I get a size XL glove that fits my palm, I always have a little bit of finger left over at the end. If it fits my fingers, then I feel like it's just weird hands, okay? And you have much more typical size hands for somebody your size. James, on the other hand, again, short fingered for a guy your size, but you're about 1.5 inches shorter than I am too, right? So how exactly am I gonna grip, and where do I grip on the gun? Well, you're shooting a SIG 365. I'm shooting a P30 with a built-up grip. So how does my hands interact with my gun and what I'm shooting right now? It kind of depends on you, right? How much grip strength do you have? I mean, I've been trying for the last 6 months. Like, I do kettlebell swings every day, so I'm working on my grip strength every day. I have somewhere in the neighborhood 120, 125 pounds of grip strength in each hand. I mean, if you're not doing that, you get to wrangle children. So you know what I mean? That makes you strong, right? So you got mom strength. Never underestimate mom strength, right? You are a rock climber. And so, when you're using those grips, those fingers and those things, you got a lot of grip strength. Cool, you may not have that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on kind of maximizing that by, again, front to back, side to side with my grip, and I use my pinkies because that's where about 40 to 50% of my grip strength comes from. So focusing on my pinkies. Now, all I'm gonna try to do on this one at first is shoot that shot and then bring the gun back and shoot it again when I see it again. So I gotta do 2 things here. Remember, I say we keep pressing and we keep seeing. So we've checked in with our mind, we've checked in with our body, checked in with our hands and our grip. Right? So we've got all that. Drive the gun out. Now I check in with my eyes. Can I see it? Yep. Check in with my trigger. There it goes. See it again and reset the trigger. Because of course, if I'm gonna shoot 2 shots at a single target, any time that I waste not resetting my trigger is just time that I'm just like, well, gun's not ready yet.
Yeah.
Gotta get the gun ready again. And then come back to it and let it fly a second time. Okay? And then see it a 3rd time and let it reset and come back and chill. Okay? Let's go to the line and I'll show you what I mean. And then we'll let Destiny do it a little bit, and then we'll let James do it. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, here we go. I'm hot. Now, standard here, okay? So standard of care here. For right now, for you guys, I want you focused simply on the A zone target. Okay, so you're just shooting into the A zone. That's all you got to do here. That's your standard of accuracy. Here at 7 yards, that's no joke. I'm going to shoot a little bit higher accuracy standard. I mean, just because I'm the instructor, so I should hold myself to a higher standard than that. Okay, so I'm not saying you, meanie, don't you let your head do that to you. Okay. So I'm going to shoot for the entire head square. It's a little smaller square, just because I want to keep that, all right? So if I do this, I'm going to show you, first of all, kind of an idea here of maybe not as good as I want, right? So here it is. I keep seeing, I keep pressing. And now, like, where's this gun at? I have no idea. I don't know where my sights are. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah. So instead, I want to come back. I've checked in. I'm curious. My mind is ready to learn. I'm excited about that. My body has lack of stress, lack of extraneous tension. That's good. I have this gun in my hands where it's going to do what I want it to do. There's my eyes. It sees what I want it to see. Check in with my trigger. Now, did you see there that second one? Did you see where the bullets went?
Pretty much.
They both went in the same spot, right? Now at 7 yards, you're like, woo, John's a wizard. No, I reset the trigger and I let it go. So now I'm going to do that at a little bit more deliberate pace. There as I see it. There it is. Reset the trigger, resettle the dot, press the trigger another time. So you see, as I'm thinking through those things, now again, I don't have to go as fast or as slow as somebody else. I'm working that at the pace that my eyes can see my dot come back into an acceptable place and finish my trigger press. Now, on this particular gun, which is what you're going to be shooting, James, the reset on it is so ridiculously short that you can get back to it really fast. Okay? Now, does that give us the ability to see a little more? It does. So Destiny, I'm going to put you up first. You've been working on this, and now we're even eliminating this piece. We're just going to start from here that I see my dot. I want that shot to break, and then I want to reacquire the dot while I reset my trigger. And as soon as I see it again, because I'm really focused on seeing, let it fly again.
Okay. So speed isn't a big part?
At the pace you can see.
Okay.
Right? Now, the other part of that is, all right, so here we're shooting a static stationary target, right? In the real world, if God forbid I got to shoot somebody, hey, I shot him, does he need to be shot again? High probability. You know, I know John Wick says he shoots him and he flies off into the wild blue yonder, such as not to be, right? So I popped him. Chances are good he's going to keep doing whatever it was he was doing, so I'm going to have to shoot him again. How much time do I want to waste between those? As little as I can, right? So as soon as your dot comes back into that A zone, your trigger is reset, let it fly again. Okay? But remember, you've got to see and you've got to keep that dot inside of your acceptable circle, right? Inside of that acceptable square that you want it to be in. Okay? All right, let's see it. By the way, for the camera, it always feels good to shoot a demo at speed and actually do it. That actually feels kind of cool.
Okay, so you want me to start from here?
Yeah, you got so now we've got the gun, right? So we're relaxed, we've checked in with our mind, we're curious, we're learning, we're growing, right? So can you do that? We're not scared, we're not worried about things, we're curious, we're learning, we're growing, right?
Yes.
Check in with your body. How is your tension? I see a little bit of tension in your shoulders, okay? We feel good about that. Your back right foot is locked out. Is that good for you or is that a struggle for you?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay, very good. Checked in with your hands. Do you feel like you've got this gun under control and it's going to do what you want it to do? Awesome. You've got front to back and side to side and pinky pressure gripped.
Yes.
Okay, good. You know how I can tell? Feel this right here. You feel how firm that is? That tells me that you're using those pinkies really, really well. Good. Now you check in with your eyes. Is it over that spot?
Yes.
Prep your trigger. Now prep to that place. Now, you don't have to go, wow, you don't want to shut your eyes off and just go boom through it, right? So I like here, prep all the way to the wall. See, now you're feeling, okay, it's fairly close to going now, right? So when you let that sucker go, then get the second one, reacquire it, and let it go again. Now, 2 good hits. I would encourage you, tell me what you saw and what you felt there.
So I noticed the first one, I definitely was more like, keep pressing, keep pressing. The second one, I think there
hit it
was
with a
so
baseball
much
bat.
going on. It just, I end up kind of really rushing it. But it went left and came back fairly quickly, though.
Good.
I didn't lose it, so that was.
So this time, to combat that, what I want you to do on this one, only one shot, okay? But when that shot goes, I want you to do 2 things. I want you to reacquire the sights, and I want you to feel I am right up against the wall of my trigger.
Okay.
I am ready to fire if I need to a second time. And not, I can feel my trigger. I'm on, oh, nope, I don't have any more room to press this trigger.
Okay.
All right, try that. So prep all the way, yep.
Lost my dot to the right.
All right, but can you fix it? Did you
Yeah.
you know where it went? Then fix
Yeah.
it, right? So you
Yeah.
got to fix it. And then again, one shot, and then I don't want you to come all the way off the trigger. I just want you to let it reset and then come right back to the wall. That was better. Did you feel the
I felt
difference in
it,
your trigger
for
there?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so I saw a huge difference. I hope you got to see it here too. Is
Yeah.
that this time you didn't come off and then halfway. So the first one you were like, boom, like this, right? So that last one there
Yeah.
you went, you just went up and then back to it. Trust me now. Now it's time to do 2 shots with that trigger press.
Okay.
Okay, let's see it. So prep. Keep prepping. Good. Did you feel the dip of your head a little bit?
I felt the dip of my head, and I felt I came off too far.
Okay, so
But
you're
not
like,
as bad as
I
it
go back
was.
to that one. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna back up to the place again, 1 shot, and
Okay.
I wanna just let the trigger reset, and then come back to the wall.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and try it. Trigger reset, back to the wall. Oh, so good,
That
Dest.
felt better, yeah.
Dude, okay, again, I wanted you to do the same thing, 1 shot reset. Oh, now we got it. 1 shot reset, 2. Dude,
That felt
so good.
much
And then you
better.
took your finger off the trigger after the second one.
Yeah, I did.
Reset to the third.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Let's see, one reset wall. So good on that last one. Relax, undip your head, keep focused at the target. Your accuracy standards are phenomenal, right? You're doing everything that you need to do. This is the edge of what we would call beginning shooting, distances, right? So
Yeah.
remember, at 7 yards here, what's the chances some dude's gonna stand over there, hey, give me your wallet, from 7 yards away? Right? This is the edge of where we would expect that. This is across the length of your car, right? As far as it's gonna get from your first shots, right? And it can open up from there, beyond that, but this is kind of it. So you're doing excellently, right? Let's see a couple more. Okay, reset, and as soon as you got it. Nice. Okay, you got ammo, get after it.
You want me to do it a few times?
Yeah, just do it until, do 2s like that. I want to see a, no, that was the last one.
Oh, that was the last one.
Really well done, Destiny. Do you feel that seeing, right? So
yeah.
the 2 things that are there then are again, seeing it and resetting my trigger and letting it do its thing.
Yeah,
right?
I like too that I think when I mess up on something or learn something else, that I don't go right back to fixing it. So I like that you had me, okay, well, then just go back to 1 shot and then do it again. And so I think I usually just say, okay, I'll get it next time, instead of.
So what I tend to do, adult learning theory-wise here, a little instructor moment, is you always build on success. You don't build on failure. You build on success, right? So if I don't have success at a task, I back up to a similar task that I can have success at, and then use that similar task to build success on the task that I'm not yet able to do it at will, right? So that's just incremental growth and learning. And if you're not doing that, you're just like, well, I blew it. I'm gonna do it better, suck less next time, right? Like, okay, and some people can learn that okay, but it's not conducive to the best learning practices, right? So, again, if I've got a classroom of kindergartners and if they go, well, wait a minute, you all should be able to get along, right? But they don't have the social emotional learning yet to get along well. And if I just go, hey, suck less, get along, it's not gonna fly, right? It's just not gonna help. So instead I back, okay, let's work on this skill that we have. Can we do that skill? Good, now let's put that skill into this context and you will have success with that. And that's just the way that humans do, right? Good work. James, your turn. You ready? Okay, so you got a loaded gun there.
Yep.
So same thing now again with that trigger, that is it's a Wamidine trigger, right? So remember this finger here, I want wrapped around 2, right? Okay, so you're gonna get the gun out there in front of you, gripped, little unlocked elbows for you, good, man. Okay, so right to the wall, so prep your trigger to the wall, and you're just going to let it go and then come back to it. Good. Again, nice. You okay?
Yeah, this hand just keeps wanting to come up a little bit.
Okay.
It feels kind of weird.
So what I would encourage you to do here is you see this space here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would actually fill all this meat. So let go with your fingers, fill all that meat here, and then wrap around. That's what I really want to see there. Yep. Exactly right.
There's still a little bit of that space.
Yeah, you're gonna struggle with that a little bit simply because of the size of your hand here.
Okay.
The other side of that is you do, I mean, so this gun is, with this grip panels, is a little big for you, okay? So because of the size of your fingers, I would size you down in grip panels on this, and so, you know, that would bring this hand around a little bit to fill that gap.
Okay. But if I can learn on this, I can handle
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure. So nice and relaxed here, right? Core nice and engaged.
Do two.
Yeah, man. I mean, so bring it up, let it fly, reset. See it, reset it, and let it fly. Good, man. Dude, really good. Let's try it again.
Make sure everything's all good.
Nice work, man.
I keep taking my finger off.
You're okay. You're working on that, right? So now what we're gonna say, hey, this time I'm gonna maintain contact with the trigger, right? I'm able to do this with better success when I maintain contact with the trigger. So this time I'm gonna do that.
Right. So just reset to that trigger wall every time.
Good.
Felt that jerk just a little bit.
Okay. So you felt it. Now listen. Once you identify it, it's not a problem anymore because you know, that's not what I want to do, right? So now this time, here's what I want you to do on this reset.
Okay.
I want you to see how little you can let the trigger out and reset it.
Okay.
How little can I reset, right? You'll find with this a ridiculous little.
That's
It
fair.
literally resets in this far, James. It resets in that far. So that's all you need. On you, son.
Right there.
Do you see the difference in that reset? That's a ridiculous difference.
It's a tiny little reset.
Yeah, it's a Whamadine gun. Good, you're out. All right, I'll have it. I have the gun.
Booyah.
I have the gun.
A couple of those are low. I think I'm definitely shooting low on average.
I mean, so sometimes we'll do that. We grip with our whole hand, and that will come down like that. So, yeah. So that was phase number one, guys, of just getting that recoil control and seeing. We're going to move on in the next video to phase two, which is transitioning targets. Hope it helped you.